Peace, brothers and sisters. Today, this is going to be a very short lesson, and this lesson is about. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about the companions that are written in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37. Okay, because I heard this often by Israelite preachers, who saying that these companions who we're going to read soon, they say these companions, they are these other nations. The companions of Judah and the companions of Ephraim, that they are this other nation. They say these are the other nation who will come together with us in the promised land, but they are not the other nation. These companions, they are Israelites. Okay, they are Israelites. They just, we're going to read soon. Okay, and let me go and read it. Companions is just people who you are associate with, or fellow, or came night together. Okay, that's mean companions. Those who you associate with, or fellows. Okay, so now let's start with the lesson. I hope that's the beginning is clear. Ezekiel chapter 37, first. I'm going to start at first. Verse 15. Okay. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, moreover, and when you go and read in the beginning, you will see it's talking about the house of Israel. It didn't mention nowhere any other nation. So why all of a sudden these dry bones will be these dry bones will turn into Israel and other nation? No, all these dry bones, they are Israelites. Okay, but you can go and read it for yourself. Okay, but I'm going to start at verse 15. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions, and take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions. So here, like I said, I have heard preachers teaching that these companions, these are the other nations. They are not the other nations. Okay, the reason why you think like that is because, I mean, you have this other nation. I mean, I don't know how to say, but you worship this other nation. That's why you see them all over the Bible. But if you have your own people in your mind, if you love your own people, when you open this book, doesn't matter if it's a Gentile or heathen, you can see the difference between the children of Israel and the other nation. But the reason why many of you all over the place like people, like the companions and heathen and Gentile, the reason why you think these term or this other nation, because you have them in your mind. So you see them in the Bible. But when you have your own people in your mind, you will see you can make the difference. And I was saying, when you have the Spirit of Christ in you, you're going to able to make the difference between your people and this other nation in the Bible. But many of you don't have the Spirit of Christ. That's why you cannot see your own people in the Bible, or you hate your own people. Okay, so it says, he said, moreover, he said, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. Who are the companions of Judah? You have to know that in Judah is the southern kingdom, and in the New Testament, Judah, I don't know how to say it, but Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they are the southern kingdom. These three. And the reason why it said Judah, because Judah is like the leader. Okay, Judah is the leader. That's why it says Judah. It's for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. The children of Israel here, the companions here, these are Benjamin and Levi. They are the companions of Judah, not these other nations. Okay, and the next one, it said, and take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim. And the reason why I said Ephraim, because Ephraim is like they are the leader, they are like the lost tribe. That's why they use Ephraim. Okay, it's the same thing. When you go in the book, you will see Judah and Ephraim. but it doesn't mean that it's talking about the whole nations. Okay, it said, and for all the house of Israel his companions. Who are the companions of Ephraim? The other tribes. The other tribes are the companions of Ephraim. The other tribes are the one who Ephraim is associated with. They are the northern kingdom. It don't talk about these other nations. Okay, and 17, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. It doesn't talk about this other nation. The Israelites who are split in two kingdoms, they will become one nation. Okay, it's the green olive tree and the wild olive tree. They will become one green olive tree again. And the Most High going to plant them, just like when He took them out of Egypt, He planted them in the promised land. They will become one olive tree again. They will become one stick. So one nation. Okay? One nation, not two nations. But they will become one nation again. It doesn't talk about these other nations. Okay. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by this? Say unto them, Thus said the Lord God, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows. Fellows mean his companions. It's the same thing. The people you are associate with. Okay, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand. They will become one nation again. They will become one green olive tree again. Not one green olive tree and wild, but they will become one again, one nations, just like in the beginning. Okay, and the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes, and say unto them, Thus says the Lord God, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen. He said, I'm going to take them from among the heathen. He said the children of Israel. He didn't say the children of Israel and the other nations. Because those companions there, those fellows, they are Israelites. Okay? And from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. He's going to bring them back into their own land, and He's going to plant them just like He planted them in the beginning. He's going to plant them, and they will become this green olive tree, and they will give a lot of fruit just like in the beginning, because they're going to follow the Most High. They will follow Him. They're not going to sin against Him anymore, but they're going to follow Him and do His will. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here. Just one more. 22. And I will make them one nation. You see, one nation, going to make them one nation. They're not going to divide anymore in two kingdoms, or two brothers, or two sisters, or two wives. No, they will become one nation again. In the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into kingdoms anymore at all. These are the two nations in the book of Romans chapter 11, the wild olive tree and the green olive tree. What did the Most High did? He grafted the wild olive tree into the green one. They became one green olive tree. It's the same one. It's the house of Judah and the house of Israel, aka the New Testament called them the Gentiles. Okay? Let's go to the book of Exodus chapter 32, and I'm going to read verse 20 and 25 through 27. Okay. And he took the calf which they had made, and burned it in the fire, and ground it to powder, and strew it upon the water, and made the children of Israel drink of it. So they're talking about the Israelites. Let's jump to 25. And when Moses saw that the people were naked, for Aaron had made them naked unto their shame among their enemies, Then Moses stood in the gate of the camp and said, Who is on the Lord's side? Let him come unto me. And all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together unto him. And he said unto them, Thus says the Lord God of Israel, Put every man his sword by his side, and go into out from gate to gate throughout the camp, and slay every man his brother, and every man his companion, and every man his neighbor. These are all Israelites. They are all Israelites. Those brothers, those of you came out, you are just those of you who are you are from the same tribe, and your companions, those Israelites you associate with other Israelites from other tribes, okay, and your neighbor, those who live next to your neighbor. These are all Israelites. They are all Israelites, okay, and the children of Levi did according to the word of Moses, and there fell on the people that day about 3,000 men. These are all Israelites. They used here companions. Go and slew and every man his companion, slew them. They are all Israelites, just like in the book of Ezekiel chapter 37. Let's go to the book of Judges chapter 11, verse 36 through 40. No, I'm going to start at 30, okay? 30. Okay, and then 31. Okay. Okay, and Jephthah fought unto the Lord, and said, If thou shalt without fail deliver the children of Ammon into mine hands, then it shall be, whatsoever cometh forth of the doors of mine house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely be the Lord's, and I will offer it up for a burnt offerings. Just like I have read, he make a promise to the Most High. When I go back, the first thing that I'm going to see, I will offer that to you. I'm going to give it unto you. And let's jump to 36. Okay, no, and Jephthah, okay, 34. And Jephthah came to Mizpah unto his house, and behold, his daughter came out to meet him with tremblings and with dances. And she was his only child. Besides her, he neither son nor daughter. And she said, and it came to pass when he saw her, that he rent his clothes and said, Alas, my daughter, thou hast brought me very low, and thou art one of them that trouble me. For I have opened my mouth unto the Lord, and I cannot go back. And she said unto him, My father, if thou hast opened thy mouth unto the Lord, do to me according to that which hath proceeded out of thy mouth. For as much as the Lord hath taken vengeance for thee of thine enemies, even of the Lord the children of Ammon. And she said unto her father, Let these things be done for me. Let me alone 2 months, that I may go up and down upon the mountains, and bewail my virginity, and my fellows. My companions are the same. When you go and see it, it said companions. And my fellows. We're going to read, okay, who these fellows are. Okay, and he said, Go. And he sent her away for 2 months, and she went with her companions, and bewailed her virginity upon the mountains. Her companions. These are not other nations, they are like the same of Ezekiel chapter 37. And it came to pass at the end of 2 months that she returned unto her father, who did with her according to his vow, which he had vowed. And she knew no man, and it was a custom in Israel. So these were Israelites. Her companions were Israelite women. Her fellows, they were Israelite women. Okay? Okay. That the daughters of Israel went yearly to lament the daughter of Jephthah, the Gileadite, for 4 days in a year. So it became a custom that every year, other Israelite sister who are her fellows or her companions, they go and they will lament with her. Okay. They will lament together with her. Okay, I hope I say to lament the daughter. They will lament the daughter. Okay, they will lament her. Let's go to the book of Psalm chapter 45, verse 2. I'm going to start at 10. Hearken, O daughter, and consider, and incline thine ear. Forget also thine own people and thy father's house. And this daughter is the children of Israel. Okay? They are the daughter of Zion, which means the children of Israel. Okay? He say, forget also thine own people and thy father's house. Okay? So shall the king greatly desire thy beauty, for he is thy Lord, and worship thou him. This king is Christ, our king. Okay. And the daughter of Tyre shall be there with a gift. Even the rich among the people shall entreat thy favor. And you know, in the time of King Solomon, the daughter of Tyre, this richest queen, they came and brought their goods unto Solomon. Okay, they brought their goods they brought all these gifts unto him. And it says, and even the rich among the people shall entreat thy favor. And this prophecy is a future prophecy. I said the daughter of Solomon, because I say in those days of Solomon, all these rich queen, this woman, they was bringing gift unto him because of his wisdom. But in the future, all these people, they will bring their wealth unto us. Okay, they give us all their wealth before we go out of before the Most High have gathered us. Oh no, not before, but when He gathered us, all these people, they will give us all this wealth. And in this day, the richest people who call themselves the richest people right now, they will give us the wealth. We will take all their wealth with us. Okay, they will give us all their wealth as a gift. Okay, I'm going to read it one more time. And the daughter of Tyre shall be there with a gift. Even the rich among the people shall entreat thy favor. The king's daughter is all glorious within. Her clothing is of wrought gold, and this king's daughter is the children of Israel. Christ is our king. Okay, she shall be brought unto the king in raiment of needlework. The virgins, her companions that follow her, shall be brought unto thee. These are the children of Israel. These are the righteous remnant of Israel. They are the righteous remnant who will make into the kingdom. Okay? He said, the virgins, her companions that follow her, shall be brought unto thee. They're going to brought unto King of Kings. And this virgin, and what I do believe, these virgins, he said, a virgin, her companions that follow her shall brought thee. These virgins, I do believe these virgins are the 144,000 of the book of Revelation. They are the virgins. And the companions are the great multitude, because they all are Israelites in the end of the day. Okay? They all are Israelites. Okay? I'm going to read it one more time. She shall be brought unto the king in raiment of needlework. The virgins, her companions that follow her, shall be brought unto thee. And 15, with gladness and rejoicing shall they be brought. They shall enter into the king's palace. These are the righteous Israelites, the remnant who are going to make it. Okay, and they're going to be clean. They're going to be clean. Okay, instead of thy father shall be thy children, whom thou mayest make princes in all the earth. So the the Israelites they're going to rule the earth. The man going to rule the earth. Okay, they're going to be the leader of the earth. Okay. I will make thy name to be remembered in all generations. Therefore shall the people praise thee forever and ever. Because the Israelites, this remnant, they're going to live forever and ever. And we're going to rule, the man going to rule over the earth forever and ever. Okay? Let's go to the book of Psalm chapter 1 to 2. I'm going to read verse 1 through 8. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. Our feet shall stand within thy gates, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is built as a city that is compact together. Whither the tribes go up, the tribes of Israel, the tribes of the Lord, unto the testimony of Israel, to give thanks unto the name of the Lord. For there are set thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David. And these thrones of judgment, I believe, like in the last days, okay, in the future, in the time, in the day of Christ, okay. For there are set thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. They shall prosper that love thee. Who love thee? Those who love Christ, those who love the King of Kings. They are the one going to be prosper. And he said, if you love me, you will keep my commandment. He said, that's how I know my people, if they keep my commandment. Okay? Doesn't matter if you say you believe in God. If you don't keep his commandment, you do not love him. You love him. He only acknowledge your love, or respect your love when you keep his commandment. That's how he know you love him. So if you're doing all lip service, the Most High, he don't hear you. You don't love him. Okay, you hate him. You hate him and the Father. Okay, peace be with thy walls, and prosperity within thy palace. For my brethren and companions' sake, I will now say, peace be with thee. Okay? These are Israelites. He said, my brother and companions' sake. Those of the same tribe, and those are the Israelites. Okay? So, and the last one is the book of Acts, chapter 19, verse 22. And the whole city, okay, 28. And when they heard this saying, they were full of wrath, and cried out, saying, great is Diana of the Ephesians. And these Ephesians, they are Israelites. These Ephesians, or the book called them Gentile, they are the wild olive tree. They are the 10 tribes who the Most High did cut off and give them a divorce paper in the book of Jeremiah chapter 3. These are the Ephesians, because they was worshiping idols. That's why he cut them in the beginning. These are the one who the Most High grafted in the book of Romans chapter 11. And he grafted them back into the green olive tree so that they can become one nation again. These are the same one of Ezekiel chapter 37, who will become one nation again. They're not going to divide it in 2 kingdoms, but they will become one nation again, just like in the beginning. Okay, and the whole city was filled with confusions, and having caught Gaius and Aristarchus, men of Macedonia, Paul's companions in travel. They are companions. They are Israelites who he was associated with. They were his fellows. They were Israelites they was preaching the gospel together. Okay? So it says, Paul's companions in travel, they rushed with one accord into the theater. Okay? Just read along with me, okay? So you see, the companions, they are just other Israelites from other tribes who you are associated with. They are these companions of Ezekiel chapter 37, they are no other nations. Okay? They are Israelite. Just like in the book of Isaiah chapter 45. The virgin, they are companions. Those are the great multitudes. The virgin are the 144,000. But a great multitude who will come in clean garment, in all these beautiful garments. These are the great, the daughter who will come in all these needle clothes in the book of Psalm 45. They're going to be the great multitude. And the virgin, which are the 144,000, they're going to bring them. because they are the virgins, and the other one are the great multitude. Okay, these are just Israelites. Okay, they are Israelites. The Most High make it very plain in the Bible. He make it very clear in the Bible that where it's talking about the other nation and where he's talking about his own nation, separate them. He separate them. Okay, this other nation, they will come with us in the promised land, but they're going to be servants and handmaids. If you are a heathen and you say you believe in the God of Israel, you believe that you are the children of Israel, and you want to make into the promised land, will become our servants, then you must humble yourself. You stop listening to those preachers who telling you lies, because according to them, those who are going to be our companions, they will rule with us together. They will rule with the Israelite men together. That's not true. That's a false teaching. The Gentiles, the other nation, they're going to be handmaids and servants, and that's it. The book of Isaiah, the book of Psalm told you, the book of Psalm 41 told you that these princes are going to rule forever. These are the Israelite men who will rule forever, not these other nations. Okay, so I hope this lesson was clear. I hope it was clear, and I hope you got understanding. Shalom.